Once upon a time, what we shared felt untouchable, sacred even. Our bond was woven so tightly that I truly believed nothing in this world could break it. Every look between us, every word spoken or left unspoken, every silent moment we spent together felt like a quiet promise of forever. It was more than a connection. It was a language our souls spoke fluently. But somewhere along the way, things began to change. Slowly, without warning, you started to pull away. That disconnection was subtle at first, like a breeze before the storm, but it grew stronger until it created a chasm between us. It was in that growing silence that truth began to emerge. The veil that had hidden so much became thin, and eventually, it lifted completely. When it did, both of us were forced to confront the reality of what we were and what we had been. And in that light, our connection revealed its true nature. It was not just special, it was life-altering. The love we had wasn't ordinary. It held the power to transform us both if only we were willing to see it for what it was. In that moment of clarity, something awakened within you. You began to understand what this relationship truly meant, how rare it was, and how easily it could slip away. That recognition pushed you toward your own growth, urging you to embrace the strength that had always lived inside you. For so long, you had waited for this kind of realization, a breakthrough moment that could change everything. And now here it was. Whether it shows up in a heartfelt confession or a quiet hour spent simply being together, you know that the turning point is near. You've hoped and longed for this connection to return, and finally, the wait feels like it may be drawing to a close. Life, with all its complexity, has a way of complicating the simplest of loves. Your world and mine grew tangled in chaos, with confusion at every turn. It felt as though we were wandering through a maze without an exit, constantly doubling back, always lost. Yet even in that confusion, there was always something, some quiet spark that refused to die. No matter how messy things became, a part of you held on. You fought against everything, pushed through the fog, and now you are finding your way back. In your dreams, you see a life where we are together again. A life where the wounds have healed, where the pain has softened, and where dreams once forgotten find new breath. You've come to realize that healing isn't just about the body. It reaches deeper. It's emotional, spiritual, something that pulls at the core. Both of us are walking paths of change, shedding old versions of ourselves, loosening the knots that kept us tied to pain. Every little step, every small shift, leads us closer to something that feels not only possible, but destined. You are not alone on this path. Your person is transforming too. With every passing day, they are clearing away the mess that weighed them down, letting go of fear, shame, and regret. They are working to meet you with a new kind of honesty, one born from deep reflection and hard-won strength. Their confidence is no longer built on image or pretense. It is grounded in truth. Their steps toward you are deliberate, infused with the wisdom gained from past mistakes. As you change, so does the world around you. Your growth touches every relationship you have. The more you step into who you truly are, the more the connections in your life reflect your inner clarity. The universe is responding to your energy, reshaping the people around you and realigning your life with your highest good. Blessings are beginning to unfold, not by chance, but because you are finally in harmony with the truth of your heart. Listen closely. Can you feel it? The universe is whispering. It is telling you to trust this process. It is urging you to keep moving forward, to believe in what you cannot yet see. Something beautiful is about to be revealed, something that will show you just how deep your person's love for you truly runs. This love is not shallow or fleeting. It is fierce. It is constant. It is pulling you back toward them, not out of need, but out of purpose. They are not just trying to return to your life. They want to know you again, fully. They want to walk beside you, not just through laughter and easy moments, but through the tears, the uncertainties, and the quiet in-betweens. Every day, they are imagining what your life could look like if you came back together. They are rebuilding the future in their mind, brick by brick, all with the hope that you will say yes. They are reaching for your hand again, asking you to be open to the kind of love that both terrifies and heals, the kind that transforms everything it touches. As you read these words, know that they come from a place of raw emotion. This love, this connection, is sacred to them. It is not something they take lightly. Being without you has been like drifting at sea, with no stars to guide them home. They miss you with a depth that no language can fully express. It's a longing that echoes through their chest, stretching endlessly like the sky at twilight. When they walked away, they didn't just leave behind a relationship. They left behind a piece of themselves. And it's a piece they haven't been able to find again. The space where you once stood has become a place of aching quiet, a reminder of what they lost and what they hope to reclaim. They understand now why you pulled back, why you built your walls, why you chose silence over struggle. And though they honor your need for space, the pain of separation continues to weigh heavily on their soul. You were always their light, their compass when the road ahead went dark. Your love kept them steady when everything else fell apart. When they were ready to give up, it was the memory of your belief in them that helped them take one more step. You were, and are, their anchor in a sea of uncertainty. And now, more than anything, they want to come home to the warmth of your presence, to the safety they once took for granted. They need you to hear this. They love you, with a depth and a devotion that is fierce and unwavering. They have spent countless hours reflecting on who they were, who they are becoming, and what they must do to deserve another chance with you. They are not who they once were. They have changed. And every hard lesson from your time apart has shaped them into someone more whole, more awake to the truth of what they had. The space you gave them was a gift. It allowed them to breathe, to think, to finally see themselves clearly. And it helped them realize just how much you had always given. Your patience, your grace, your quiet strength in the face of uncertainty, it never went unnoticed, even when they couldn't say it out loud. Real patience, they've learned, is not about waiting without end. It's about believing, even when belief is hard. You did that. You believed in them, even when they couldn't believe in themselves. You held on, even when the path forward felt hopeless. That kind of strength is rare. And it is one of the many reasons they love you so deeply. Your honesty, your authenticity, your refusal to play games, all of it showed them that real love doesn't require manipulation. It only needs truth. They know now that your connection was never about control. It was about understanding, about being seen and held in the light of full awareness. Even now, when they watch you from afar, they do so not out of intrusion, but from a longing to reconnect. They see your strength, your vulnerability, your joy, and your pain. And they miss it all. The distance between you may ache, but it cannot erase what was. It cannot erase what still is. There is no doubt in their heart about how they feel. You are their everything. Their muse. Their motivation. Their miracle. Loving you has inspired them to rise above their flaws, to reach for something higher, something better. This isn't about romance alone. It's about healing. It's about becoming whole. The love you share has always been more than a feeling. It is a journey. A sacred unfolding of two souls who are better, braver, and more complete when they walk side by side. This is not about losing yourself in another. It's about choosing to grow together, to evolve through every storm and celebration alike. When they first met you, something shifted. It was as though their story truly began in that moment. Life before you now feels like a prologue. You gave their existence meaning, a deeper sense of direction. You made love real in a way it had never been before. They spent years numbing themselves, chasing hollow connections, pretending that they didn't need anything real. But with you, there was no pretense. You saw them as they truly were and loved them anyway. That, more than anything, was what changed them. Now, all they want is to begin again. To write a new chapter, not out of desperation, but from a place of deep gratitude. They want to walk with you again, knowing now what they could not see before. They want to meet you as equals, ready to love, to learn, and to build a life that honors everything you've been through. Let the next chapter begin. Together,